You too.
All right, it's 5 o'clock. We will call this work session to order. Mr. Tullis.
Okay. Mayor and council members, if you'll look in your packets at the back, you'll see something that has ALDOT at the bottom of it. This is something hopefully every quarter or so I'll be able to get from ALDOT. It's marked draft. I don't think they want this released on the city website, but this is a good template, I think, for the projects that we all get calls about, whether it's in the mayor's office or some of your constituents as you go out. Tying that into the Q4, you'll see on there the Shellfield Road improvements for the A-Trip grant. They anticipate completion mid to late December, weather dependent. So that project is well underway. If you've driven by it, you'll see the poles are already up. They're set in those boxes. So I'll keep you monitored on that or updated. The sidewalks along Bellwood Road, we're waiting on ALDOT to review the 90% set of plans. So some of these goals for Q4 are going to shift into next year, not by anything that the city staff can control, but we're waiting on other entities like ALDOT or engineering or design firms to complete that process. And then you can see the 5-lane project, which you probably all took to get here on 167. They're looking at early February on that 167 piece. And then I think it'd probably be fitting to talk a little bit about the last item there, the A-Trip 2. So the A-Trip program that ALDOT has for the 2 new council members allows up to $2 million of improvements on an ALDOT road, whether that's for safety or upgrades, adding lanes or whatever the modification might be, a traffic signal like on Shellfield. The only way you can go and get another A-Trip grant is once the other one has been let. So it's a competitive application statewide. The cap on that grant is $2 million with 0% match from the city. So if you'll notice here, what the application on call was for 819. Barry has been talking with Aaron White from ALDOT as early as last week, and we have an application in for signal upgrades into downtown. So that application will be due in November here, and what we anticipate is adding crosswalks and increased signalization in that downtown corridor, a couple blocks east and west of the Boll Weevil Monument. So that if the council would like us to change that, we're not too late to do that. But that's since we have 2 new council members, if everybody's still okay with us proceeding with that A-Trip 2 grant application for that purpose. Okay. Yeah. What's that? Capped out at 2. Yeah. The other one on the front page that I'll just mention that I think the public at least seems to be interested in is access management on Boll Weevil Circle. Think around between Walmart and Rucker Boulevard, that whole area with the access roads. So ALDOT is looking at, it says on the left column there, it says HSIP, Highway Safety Improvement Program. So they're looking at grant monies that come in through the Federal Highway Administration to ALDOT to address that. And if you see here in the middle column, it says that they're currently estimating that's about a $3 million project. It's up to them to design what that looks like. So I don't know if it's going to look like Dothan or if they're going to eliminate, traffic signals or whatever that looks like. But they are working on it. So if you do hear that out in the public, they're looking for 30% plans by mid-February. So we're getting close, but it says 9/25/26 letting. So we're a little less than a year out before they would let that project for construction. So that was good news, though. That's something we're not having to pressure them on. It's something that they've been working on to come to us. So Back to our Q4 goals. Training, performance, and evaluation plan, I told you that needs to be second quarter. Talked to Allison about that. We're dealing with open enrollment right now. And I think that that's a prudent move to not try to put too much on our HR department. Make sure everybody gets the benefits that they want and need going into next year. And then also in your packet, we may talk a little bit about this in executive session, but the old Coppinville agreement, put another copy of that in your packets tonight, in your work session packets. Just there for your review when we do go into executive session. One thing that Sonia had asked me to discuss in the work session was retiree health benefits. I think I've talked to each one of you kind of individually. One of the things for current employees that's on tonight's agenda would be an elective to opt out of the city's insurance coverage. In return for doing that, if you can present proof of insurance coverage for the employee, if they can do that, it would be a $300 a month stipend that they would get. So it's over $680 for an individual policy, over $1,600 for a family policy. So the taxpayers win, and so one of the best examples I can give you is we have a city employee who's married to a teacher. On the teacher's insurance plan for family coverage, it's $72 more per month than what the city employee would pay. So it's a win-win for the employee because they can still get coverage presented through their spouse and take that, and then the taxpayers will end up netting about $1,400 back into the city to use for whatever that is in the general fund. So that would be one example of how that could look. But if they have TRICARE, if they have another avenue that they can gain insurance, it's a win-win for each party. The next two items that I wanted to discuss are proposals that we sent on what to do with the current group of 62 employees that are currently retired. So initially, when we sent letters out and had talked to the council, we found where we were not following our own policy. And so what I heard is you need more time. For the retirees need more time to figure out what to do. And that seems like a big jump, in that short period of time. So in order to do that, there's a resolution that would, do each one of you can you see that Excel spreadsheet? So give you some examples. Single coverage for a retiree is over $1,300 this year. For a retiree and their dependent, non-Medicare eligible, it's over $2,500 going into next year. Those retirees were paying $162 for single coverage, and I'm trying to find the number, $636 for family coverage. So pretty far off from a 50-50 split. And the fact that we were covering dependents at all should have never happened. But there were 5 retirees who were not Medicare eligible that had a dependent on their policy. So those numbers probably looked pretty shocking to them when they saw that. When you go from $162 to over $600, or you go from $636 to over $1,800. And so that resolution that you may decide to vote on tonight contemplates for the next 12 months, no one would see an increase of over $129 per month under any category. That would be the most that anybody that was on a Medicare eligible age. So those 42 people had a supplemental plan. So they have Medicare A, they have Medicare B, and the supplement. In that supplement plan that they could take advantage of, their rates would increase either $61.50 a month if it was the retiree and their spouse, or $129 a month for a total of $211 a month for that supplemental plan. So we capped everybody in that resolution at the 129 so that no one saw an increase greater than that for the next 12 months. At the next open enrollment period, we believe that rates will continue to do what they've done every year for the last 2 decades, which would be increase. So whatever that rate is at that time, that's what that pool of 62, they would follow our current policy. They would follow the policy you could adopt tonight if you elected to, which would then replace our current policy. And that policy increases retiree health benefits for the retiree. Still no dependents. When you reach Medicare eligible, you're at 100% responsible for yourself or your dependents. But what it does is it would, if you've had 25 years with the city, instead of 50% coverage for the retiree, it would go to 75%. If you've worked for the city for 30 years or longer, it would go to 100%. So one of the benefits for the taxpayer and for the city is that we think this would help retain talent, retain people that have years of knowledge with our community, and give them an incentive instead of 25 years in a day to pull the ripcord and go work somewhere else, because most of our employees who do that still get another job. So, I know many of you, as we talked, had the same thoughts. When you hear retiree, you think, well, that's my parents or my grandparents. But these are some people some of our employees that retire are in their 40s when they retire and leave the city. And they're given some other good years to some other agency. Some have gone to Enterprise State, some have gone to other departments in other states, or they've gone to some place like Enterprise Rescue, or just in the private sector altogether. But this would give them an incentive to stay a few extra years, still provide the city with a benefit in their years of knowledge and the training that we've already invested in them, to stay with us a little bit longer and get a better retirement benefit in the long run. So we think that those two resolutions together, if you were to approve those tonight, certainly would contemplate giving the 62 current retirees enough time to figure out what to do over the next 12 months that's best for their families. It would increase their health care premiums, but not an exorbitant amount based on what would be fair to the taxpayer. And subsequently would help the city retain people moving forward. That policy, if you adopted it, would also retroactively impact our pool of 62. So in that pool, we have two retirees who work for the city for 30 years or longer. Their health insurance would go to $0. We had another 7 or so that had worked between 25 and 29 years. Their policy, instead of as single coverage, next year they would have been responsible for $689. It would go to $334. So about a third of your retirees who are not Medicare eligible would see a benefit in the current. Now, the ones that work for 10 or 15 years for the city, theirs would still be at 50%, which is a great deal to go somewhere and work for 10 or 15 years and have somebody even offer that. We have had people that have called, whether they were on their supplemental plan, particularly those on the supplemental plan, that a handful of them called in and said, hey, we're not even using that anyway, we'll just cancel it. Had some other ones that went and looked in the exchange and found policies that were cheaper than what they were paying through the city. So I know there's been a lot of talk about how this has negatively impacted, or that it was a rush, but because we were so cheap for so long, a lot of people just didn't even bother to look and see what else might be out there. And I think a lot of them were surprised when they did that. Not saying it's still not a shock or anything else to those retirees. Any questions about those three resolutions?
So passing definitely would benefit, you said about a third or so?
Of the current
Of the current
retirees,
62.
absolutely. And it'll benefit every retiree from, the point that you adopted on, because it only increases the incentive to work for the city. But they have to be with the city. So something I didn't understand when we started looking at this is that through local government health, their requirements were 25 years being insured with local government health. So you could have worked for Ozark or a state agency, somebody that had their insurance through local government health for 10, 15 years, and then come to the city for another 10 or 15 and retired with 25 years. But you didn't work for the city that whole time, but you get the city's retirement benefit. So, specifying those 25 years or 30-year points that are with the city of enterprise, I think is a good deal for the taxpayers, good deal for the city and our employees.
Well, that satisfies me. That's basically what I was asking for.
Okay.
Some time so that the ones, I think it was that 5 group that was. It was,
Had their dependents.
Dublin with the dependents, and I know we heard all this commotion, but it's the other side to the commotion too, because we didn't talk about what taxpayers are saying about it when they hear about us covering for dependents. So, that gave us some time to hear that
Yes,
from
ma'am.
some citizens as well.
And that concludes my quarterly update, unless you have any other questions about anything we talked about.
Anyone have any questions? All right. Let's move over to our meeting agenda, the regular meeting agenda. Sorry. We got lots of agendas tonight. All right, so if we're all on board with the resolutions that were presented to us, and we want to add that, then when we begin with the meeting tonight, I will call for a motion to approve the agenda with the following additions. So that's my plan, unless someone has an opposition to that. Okay. All right. Then we will do, once we've done that, we'll do a roll call, then we'll approve the agenda with the additions, and then we'll have the consent agenda. And under the consent agenda, we have minute meetings, accounts payable, so contract billings, Lewis Incorporated, $4,650.10. TAP Sidewalk Project, Poly Incorporated, $11,042 for TAP Sidewalk Project, $19,181 for TAP Sidewalk Project, $2,143 for City Property Mapping, $4,125 for Recreation Maintenance Building, $11,233 for Engineering Design on Henderson Street damage. Then we have some travel requests from the Police Department, the Fire Department, and some disposals from the Police Department. Anyone have any questions about or comments about the consent agenda? All right. And then we'll do the privilege of the floor and staff reports. I'm going to highlight that one more time. I think 3 times in a row I forget to ask for staff reports. Maybe I can avoid that this one. Then we will review and consider Resolution 110325F. It's a Chamber of Commerce contract, and providing renewal of the annual contract with Enterprise Chamber of Commerce in the sum of $105,000 for general funding, tourism assistance, and hospitality functions to be paid in quarterly payments. And I believe we put this into our budget, if I recall. Okay. And do you have anything you want to say about that? Or all right. And then we'll have Resolution 110325G, the FY 2026 WEDC contract, renewal of the annual contract with Wiregrass Economic Development Corporation in the sum of $120,000 to be paid in quarterly payments of $30,000. If y'all have any questions on any of those 2 that I just mentioned, okay. And then those were budgeted items as well. Review and consider Resolution 110325H, designation of blighted properties, 2024 CDBG demo grant phase 2. And Barry, I guess you're going to talk about it.
Yes, sir. So
Mr.
this
Mott.
is something we have not, yes, sir. This is something we have not done on previous CDBG projects, but this is something the requirement, CDBG is requiring us to do. What we do is we list the projects, the properties that will be included under the CDBG program, and we declare them as nuisance and abandoned as it's written there. And what that does, in talking to Thomas and CBG, is it aligns to make sure it's on our list, that we consider those as properties we need to take down. It's also ones that's been submitted already to CDBG. They've approved those, going through that process as well. So this just declares those properties as on the list to be abandoned, and it'll make them eligible for that CDBG grant that we currently have.
Isn't there at least one of these that was a result of our other process that we've been doing for?
At least one. I think there may be actually a couple of them. If it didn't hit this one, it'll probably hit the next one. We had some that we had on the previous list that we were moving forward with to do them in-house or with the city funds to do that, and they declared they'd like to be brought onto the CDBG. So we're using this program as much as we can to supplement that other program as well. So
Sure.
what this will do for the property owner, if the building is going to come down, if they bring it under the CDBG program, what that allows them to do is they retain the property, they retain ownership, but because there's no cost for the demolition, there's not a file of a lien against the property for the demolition cost to do that. 7 in total.
7, okay.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
There were
I mean,
several of them.
You said it's 7 from this list? Oh,
So, this is something that we offered early on, and, with the property owners, we had the first discussion, ma'am, and they did not want to sign up for it, but after we've gone through the process now a couple times, people are taking advantage of this program, which is a good program. We're glad to have it.
huge benefit for the property owner.
It is, and for the city and for the community as well, sir.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on that?
No, sir.
Any questions?
I was going to say, because we know that if we don't use that money, it's going to go to another city.
That's
That really
correct.
helps us out.
This program is out there, and we actually got to set the value for what we were requesting. And if you remember, I doubled down from what we did under the last CDBG grant. I think it was $250 last time. I think we asked for $400 this time, if I remember correctly. So it was significantly more in this pot, because I have a feeling, like Thomas was saying, we had 7 under this program. I had a feeling that a lot of people would take more advantage of it in this cycle than they did in the previous cycle. So I'm glad to see they're doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll review and consider Resolution 110325I, authorize mayor to waive late fees, sewer and sanitation services. Mr. Tullis?
Yeah, so many of you saw the press release last week. I know Councilman Pageant had called me and said, wait, does the mayor have authority to do this without council action? The short answer is yes, but in a height of caution, we would like an accompanying resolution. I'll point out that all of the fees go through the water board and stay in the water account. So they never actually come back into the general fund for late fees or anything like that. So as a superintendent of the water board, that's where that came from. But we think it would be good and proper to have this both here, and we'll ask the water board to do the same. It was well received from the public. We believe it was the right thing to do. So I'll also note that late fees are accumulating. So just because that was done last week, the late fees, the billing for late fees hadn't gone out. So this would be also timely on that end as well.
All right. Any questions? All right. Review and consider Resolution 110325J, authorize A-Trip 2 application, Poly Incorporated.
Sir, I think Jonathan did a great job of talking about that early in his quarterly report. I just want to add one thing to that. The application that we put in per ALDOT's request will be generic in nature, and the reason for that being is we're trying to team with them so that we're working together. This is an ALDOT road. There are ALDOT signals, but the city's required by contract to maintain those signals. One of the things we're looking at under these signals is to make them smart, updating the computers and such that we can control them on the fly and adjust them accordingly. So if we can get the signal cabinets to be smart, where we have connectivity and communications to them, we also have capabilities in the future to put possible cameras on those signals so we can see what traffic is doing at certain times, to see how that works. And we could also update them kind of on the fly. We're not quite that technical yet, but we'll be able to adjust them. Right now, there's a hard set, And if we want to adjust them, we have to bring them back out and all do them. But what we find sometimes is these cabinets get out of control, as y'all have seen down Main Street. We have no way for them to connect back and forth and talk to one another. So that's kind of the purpose for doing it the way we are, is trying to get those signals through downtown to be connected and incorporate also pedestrian crossings and cross buttons and all those things with it. So it'll be generic in nature, the way the application is written, and we're going to work through with AlDOT through that process. If the project is selected to move forward, we'll work with them to the details of exactly what those signals will be. But it is an upgrade to the existing signals. We're not putting any new signals in, just an upgrade to the existing signals that we have.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
sounds good. Any questions? Yeah, I wish it was already there Sunday when I sat at one of those lights for an extremely long time with no other traffic on Main Street. Review and consider Resolution 110325K. This is the waiver that we talked about earlier. Mr. Tullis, if you have anything else to say about this?
I just remind you, this impacts current employees only. This isn't for retirees. Any,
Any questions? I think we discussed that earlier, but. All right, request to hold EAA Young Eagle Flight Rally, introduce and call resolution. There you go.
Yes, sir, we do
Mr. Meyer.
this yearly. So this is an event where the Young Eagles Rally, where the local pilots get together and they take young children, I say children, young adults up to get them their first flight in a general aviation aircraft. So it's a great event. The public shows up, and it's a really, really good day. I'm glad that we participate in this. Part of the resolution you see there is that they have to have insurance requirement certificate that has to be approved by the city attorney. We do that every year, and we've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years that I've been here doing this. So this is a continuation, but I'll answer any questions you may have.
All right, sounds good. No questions?
Thank you.
All right, then we will adjourn, we will recess the regular session, convene into the E911 board meeting. We'll do roll call, review of meeting minutes. We'll approve the minutes. There's no old business. New business is accounts payable A2 and accounts payable A. We will approve those, adjourn back into our regular session, have mayor's report, council member comments. Do you have something?
just for the next item.
Okay. All right. I think we have a request to go into executive session.
Yes, sir, for real estate and good name and character.
Okay. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
In a second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right. We'll go into executive session. We will come back to adjourn to regular meeting approximately 5:59. No further business in the open session.
They got some programs right there on the table right there, and I want to try to tell you that mirrors are right there, when they come on up here. Yeah, some put on that table right there.
Where to, Mr. President?
sure I used the bathroom before
That's why I jumped up and run at me and Scotty.
and I ain't said.
Let's all stand for the prayer and pledge of allegiance. We have John Mark Barker, youth pastor at Hillcrest Baptist Church, will be giving the prayer.
Heavenly Father, we come before you overwhelmed by your grace and your mercy. Would you help us to be a city that prays holy name? Would you help us to be a city that relies on your word and your truth? Holy Spirit, would you be in the midst of this place as we talk about who we are to be as a people of God? Would you give wisdom to our leaders of this city? Would you give wisdom to the people of this city? Ultimately, Lord, with all that we do, bring honor and glory to your name and your name alone. We pray these things in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Good evening, and thank you all for being here on this very important night as we gather for our organizational session of this council. But before we start with our business that we have before us tonight, I'd like to take a moment to offer congratulations to those who've earned the privilege of serving our community through this last election cycle. First, I want to congratulate Mayor William E. Cooper on his reelection. Mayor Cooper, your continued leadership and commitment to the City of Enterprise is greatly appreciated. We definitely know that you love our city. And I look forward to continuing to make Enterprise the best city to live, work, play, and worship right by your side as we lead this city. I also want to congratulate Councilman Scotty Johnson on his reelection. Scotty, thank you for your steadfast dedication to our residents and your service to this council. Your volunteer service that you do all over this city does not go unnoticed.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to extend my congratulations to our newly elected council members, Councilman Todd Walls, who was seated early. Welcome again to the council. We've already been working together and look forward to continue doing that. And Councilman Casey Mack, congratulations on your election, and we look forward to your contributions to our city's future. I'd also like to recognize that Councilwoman Sonia Rich and I ran unopposed, and we are grateful for the confidence that our constituents have shown us, and we are excited to continue our service. Over the past 5 years of serving on this council, and now I'm beginning my second term, and I've also had the tremendous honor of serving as president of the council for the last 2 months. I look back over the amazing progress that we have made together as the previous council and some who have returned to this council, the initiatives that we've launched, the improvements that we've delivered, and the foundation that we have built for our community's future. I feel like some of the things that we've been able to do are generational changing events, and from the rec center that we've built to the improvements at City Hall and many other things that we've done. We've had a great last term, and I'm very excited to know that we're just getting started. The momentum that we've built, the partnerships that we've forged, the vision that we've established, I'm committed to continuing that, to channeling all of that, not just to make Enterprise a great city, but the best city in Alabama. And I don't want it just to be talk. I have a commitment to each and every one of you here, each and every one of my fellow council members, mayor, and to the city of Enterprise, that I want the next generation that live in Enterprise and call Enterprise home to feel like this is the best city in the entire state, in the entire nation. And I believe we can achieve that. And so it's time to get to work. So we're going to get started with tonight's business, very important business tonight. Our city is very fortunate to have dedicated individuals committed to its progress, to its well-being. And together with this council and our city leadership, I'm confident that we can accomplish great things for Enterprise. So, Mayor, we call upon you to administer the oath of office to Municipal Judge Paul Shirley.
We are now getting ready to administer the oath of office to our city judge. I'm going to ask you, Judge, to raise your right hand and repeat after me. When I said I, and you give your name, I,
Paul Shirley,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Alabama,
of the State of Alabama,
so long as I continue
so long as I continue
a citizen
a citizen
thereof.
thereof,
I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
and I will honestly
and honestly
discharge
discharge
the duties
the duties
of the office
of the office
upon which I am
upon which I am
about to enter,
about to enter
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Judge Shirley. Now, Judge Shirley, you might as well stay over here because You're now going to administer the oath of office to the mayor. Mayor, any family members that you would like to have stand with you? Trying to decide if we need to sort of move out of the way to get all his pictures. Guess we can say right now. We get a lot back and forth on them. Y'all want to step off to get out of his pictures? Okay. Step off to get out of his pictures. I mean, whatever. We'll see.
All right. Ready? You ready? All right, Mayor, if you would raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
I, William E. Cooper,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I'll support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Alabama,
of the State of Alabama,
so long
so long
as I continue
as I continue
as a citizen thereof,
as a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully,
and honestly
honestly
discharge
discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I'm about to enter
which I'm about to enter
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. Yes, ma'am. You got yourself a good brother. Yes, ma'am. Congratulations, Mayor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Mayor Cooper. Now I'll call on Judge Sherling to administer the oath of office to the council members. The council members will go as a group to stand before the audience, and any family members that wish to join the council do so at this time.
Congratulations, Casey. Boys, kids are gonna talk. How's it going? All right. Doing well, sir. You okay for this evening? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, ma'am.
So that we clearly have you in a line. And you have lovely family members.
You want me to move the mic? Okay. Here we go. How about that? Council, if you'd raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I'll support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Alabama, so long as I continue as a citizen thereof, and that I will faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Yes, sir.
Let the record reflect that all council members are present. And I will now entertain a motion for the election of council president and mayor pro tem.
I move to nominate Greg Paget for mayor pro tem.
Second?
Any other nominations? All right, nominations are closed. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Entertain a motion for the election of council president pro tem.
Move to elect Sonia W. Rich as council president pro tem.
Any other nominations?
Well, thank you, but I move to nominate Scotty Johnson.
Any other nominations? Okay. So you withdrew your nomination, Sonia?
I have.
Okay. All right. Any other nominations? All right. I'd like to entertain a motion to elect Scotty Johnson as council president pro tem. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. All right. Review and consider Resolution 110325. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325, providing for the appointment of Leanne Schwartz as Chief Financial Officer Treasurer for a 4-year term per the provisions of the resolution.
I move to adopt Resolution 110325.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Review and consider Resolution 110325A, appoint city clerk. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325A, providing for the appointment of Beverly Sweeney as city clerk for a 4-year term per the provisions of the resolution.
I move to adopt Resolution 110325A.
Second?
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Review and consider a Resolution 110325B, appoint police chief. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325B, providing for the appointment of Michael Moore as police chief for a 4-year term per the provisions of the resolution.
Move to adopt Resolution 11-3-25-B.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Review and consider Resolution 110325C, appoint fire chief. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325C, providing for the appointment of Christopher Davis as fire chief for a 4-year term per the provisions of the resolution.
I move to adopt Resolution 110325C.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, Judge Sherling, if you would give the oath of office to our CFO treasurer, city clerk, police chief, and fire chief.
All right. If you'd raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Alabama, so long as I continue as a citizen thereof. And I will faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations on your appointments. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325D, providing for the appointment of Paul Sherling as part-time municipal judge for a 2-year term per the provisions of the resolution.
Move to adopt Resolution 110325D.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Review and consider Resolution 110325E, appoint department heads, city attorney. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325E, providing to appoint the following: Jonathan Tullis, City Administrator; Blake Moore, Director of Community Services and Recreation; Barry Mott, City Engineer, Public Works Director; Allison Love, Human Resources Director; Emily Glasscock, Public Information Manager; Tammy Dorr, Director of Tourism and Community Relations; Lily McDaniel, Main Street Executive Director; Ashley Marshall, City Attorney.
I move to adopt Resolution 110325E.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Judge Sherling, I'd like for you to administer the oath of office to our department heads and city attorney.
We good? All right. If you'd raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I'll support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Alabama, so long as I continue as a citizen thereof, that I will faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations on your appointments. I now call for a motion to suspend the rules for the purpose of immediate consideration of all ordinances set forth on the agenda. While the ordinances are routine ordinances which are considered at each organizational session and may not require suspension of the rules, in a height of caution, a recommendation has been made by the city attorney to suspend the rules for their consideration. If suspension of the rules is consented to by the council, such shall apply to each ordinance. Do I hear a motion?
Move to suspend the rules for the immediate consideration of all the ordinance set forth in the agenda.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of ordinance 110325, providing for the adoption of the rules and procedures for the city council meetings in accordance with state law.
Move to adopt ordinance 110325.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of ordinance 110325A, providing for the indemnification of CFO treasurer for checks issued pursuant to authorization by the mayor and city council.
Move to adopt ordinance 110325A.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of ordinance 110325B, providing for the indemnification of the city clerk for checks issued pursuant to authorization by the mayor and city council.
Move to adopt ordinance 110325B.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of ordinance 110325C, providing for the authorization of warrants and checks to be signed by any two of the following individuals, subject to the following restriction. Where both of the proposed signatories will not be the CFO treasurer, the two proposed signatories must obtain pre-approval in writing from the CFO treasurer or mayor to sign. Beverly Sweeney, city clerk, Leanne Swartz, CFO treasurer, and Jonathan Tullis, city administrator.
Move to adopt ordinance 110325C.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of ordinance 110325D, repealing and replacing ordinance 020497A as amended relating to the assignment and use of city vehicles by officials and employees of the City of Enterprise.
Move to adopt ordinance 110325D.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of ordinance 110325E, providing for the approval of a credit card use policy and credit card user agreement.
Move to adopt ordinance 110325E.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of ordinance 110325F, providing for the reimbursement of city officials and employees for travel expenses related to authorized official city business.
I move to adopt ordinance 110325F.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of ordinance 110325G, providing for the establishment of a purchasing policy and procedures for the City of Enterprise.
Move to adopt ordinance 110325G.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of ordinance 110325H, providing for the designation of city depositories to be utilized by the CFO treasurer, Regions Bank, Citizens Bank, Synovus Bank, Wells Fargo Bank, All-In Credit Union, Troy Bank and Trust, Bank Plus, River Bank and Trust.
I move to adopt ordinance 110325H.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Call for a motion to approve the appointment of Mayor William E. Cooper as a member of the Board of Directors of the Southeast Alabama Gas District as this date for the term concurrent of the term of mayor.
Move to approve the appointment of Mayor William E. Cooper as member of the Board of Directors of the Southeast Alabama Gas District as of this date for the term concurrent of the term of mayor.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Call for a motion to appoint Todd Walls as a board member of the Waterworks Board of the City of Enterprise.
I move to appoint Todd Waltz as a board member of the Waterworks Board of the City of Enterprise.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Call for a motion to appoint Scotty Johnson as a member of the Enterprise Planning Commission.
I move to appoint Scotty Johnson as a member of the Enterprise Planning Commission.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Call for a motion to appoint Sonia W. Rich, Scotty Johnson, and Casey Mack as members of the Airport Authority.
I move to appoint Sonia W. Rich, Scotty Johnson, and Casey Mack as members of the Airport Authority.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I call for a motion to appoint Jonathan Tullis to the Enterprise Land Bank Authority Director 1 for a term to coincide with the term of the mayor.
Move to appoint Jonathan Tullis to the Enterprise Land Bank Authority Director 1 for a term to coincide with the term of the mayor.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Call for a motion to appoint Greg Paget to the Enterprise Land Bank Authority Director 2 for a term to coincide with the council member Paget's term of office as a member of the city council.
I move to appoint Greg Paget to the Enterprise Land Bank Authority Director 2 for a term to coincide with Councilmember Paget's term of office as member of the City Council.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right. Mayor, would you have any comments you'd like to make?
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm truly honored to have been reelected as your mayor and to continue serving the people of Enterprise. I want to thank my family and friends, and many of whom are here with us today. I'm blessed to have a family who support and encourages me, and my friends who pray over me and alongside me. I have a job I love, and I'm proud to hold the title of mayor. To be given this opportunity and to have the citizens place their trust in me is a responsibility that I do not take lightly. Thank you for believing in me and in the team I have built to continue moving Enterprise forward. I also want to thank my fellow elected officials. I'm proud to serve alongside you, working together for the betterment of our city. I look forward to the thoughtful discussions, weighing the pros and cons as we make the best decisions for our citizens. To our dedicated city team who work every day to make Enterprise a great place to live, work, worship, and play, thank you. Our staff is second to none, and these men and women deserve our utmost respect and deepest gratitude. Over the past 4 years, we've made great progress. Our police and fire departments are stronger, better equipped, better supported than ever. We've invested in our schools and our parks. We opened a state-of-the-art recreation and aquatic center, resurfaced streets, renovated the city hall, and connected neighborhoods with new sidewalks. Downtown Enterprise is thriving, our small businesses are growing, and our city is financially strong. While I'm proud of what we have accomplished, our work is not done yet. I'm excited to continue working alongside this new council to build on the progress, create opportunities for our children and grandchildren, and ensure Enterprise remains the city of progress. Again, thank you for the honor to serve. God bless.
Councilwoman Rich.
Mr. President, I'll reserve my comments for the end of the regular session, like we normally do.
I'll withhold comments with Councilman Rich.
I will hold my comments.
I will also.
All right. Well, this concludes our organizational session. We will adjourn that, and let's give everybody about 15 minutes to take any family pictures you'd like, and then we will convene into our regular session council meeting after that. So about
6:45.
about 6:40, about 6:50, I guess we'll say.
If they're sitting there, right?
I would like to do mayor and boys and Pam.
Okay, I'll wait on you. Hey, how you doing? Thank you. Good to see you again. Uh-huh. Wait, hold on. Let me get my shoes. You're so sweet. You didn't have to do it. They're going to organize our photos.
In a second.
They're going to organize our...
Sonia, and I'll get your family.
Okay. Hold on, Tina. You can get... Tina, I'm gonna give you my.
Sean.
Hold on, let me. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna come down and they get. I'm getting ready to.
Can you take our photo?
Jim, how you doing? Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Good job.
Good job. Hang in.
I just talked to your dad, man.
Oh, man, watch
A
out.
while ago. Yeah. He called me.
He said blue suit.
Yeah, he called me. Oh, yeah, man. Good to meet you, brother.
Okay, cool. There you go. Well, you got the phone.
Yeah. Sit right there. Sit right
Hang in there. Take care of yourself. Take care now. He in the stove now. We can move.
there. Oh, yeah.
Got him in the stove.
Let him in there. Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get out.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, I need Sonia Rich and her family. Sonia Rich.
Call them back family. The
Yep,
back family's
I
up
will.
next.
I will. All right, baby, I'll move you on here. All right, and I'm on this space. Mayor, I got to move you to the right. Guys, I love you all. I got to move you to the right because we got to get every council member and their families. But please walk to the right and then we can get you. Mayor, I got to move you a little farther. A little farther. Okay. All right. I need you to get, if you get them out to the front, that would be great. Okay, gotcha. No, that's fine. So when you get in what you need.
It's on now. Light turned it on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I need Sonia Rich's immediate family. Sonia Rich's immediate family at the backdrop, please. Okay. Hold that, girl.
Tammy. Sweet Tammy.
It's going to be what it's going to be. We'll have a late council meeting. That's what we should have done. You get them in? You need help, baby?
This is on your camera. She's looking. I'll be right by you. When you say, look at me, I'll be right beside you. Mom up front.
Thank you for your service. That's good. All right, wait a second. Now, here's the thing. I cannot see you ladies, so I need you to come out and around a little bit. Right here. Right there, Sharon. Maybe come right here. Okay, there we go. And then we go bathrooms. You got it. So you're going to need a little of your face. Okay, got it. First, let's see what we're doing. Okay, now I need you to peek through. You're good. Come in a little bit. I say I'm going to move back. Okay, so remember, you're going to find a window. So find a way to look right here, and Emily in the back. Here we go. Keep looking, work it. You're great. I can have the Johnson family. I'm louder than this. If I can have the Johnson family next, please. Can I have the Johnson family next, please? All right, we love you. Well, moving in. We have a time slot for you. Okay, I need the Pageant family. I need the Pageant family over here. And then the Waltz family right there. I need the...
Sarah Ann. Y'all leaving? Y'all leaving? Y'all leaving? Y'all leaving? Oh, okay. I want to get a picture. Hey, you... It's got more steps in today. All right, Johnson. All right, if okay, I need the Mack family. The Mack family. Come on right here, Mack family. Guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry we're mushing everybody around. We're so sorry. We did not rehearse.
I did not call the Schwartz family. That's why I said I knew you were here for official business. Pageant family. To the Mickey parking. Okay. Step away. Blake Moore to the front, sir. Blake Moore to the front. Got a blue line.
too. Me too. I see Greg.
Greg, I can't wait to get in and take these heels off. Oh, Lord. Woo, he told. Here he come. He over there getting some sugar. Is that Joel? Is that Joel? That's not Joel. Daniel. Where is Joel? Joel is the one getting married. Okay.
He came in, he was visiting his girlfriend today in Atmore. Left early to get here for this.
And gone.
Now he's going home. He's getting married January 3rd.
Oh, really? Y'all want us to start signing?
She's busy. Thank you. Yeah.
Come on,
Oh,
Mr.
okay,
Mack, Mr. Walls. I said, come on,
Okay.
Mr. Mack, Mr. Walls. Oh, what's today's date? Good night.
Look, I done took my heels off. Now I can do it.
All right.
Good. Huh?
Thank you.
Hey, we go. This boy got to hurry on up.
You ain't kidding. Yeah. We got to get through with this.
Are we all up here?
It's been a long day.
It sure
We've been
has.
up since 2 o'clock.
All right, if we could get the room to come to order, please.
We got.
Paul gave him some for the buyout.
We call this meeting of the City Council to order, please. Let the record show that all members of the council are present. I call for a motion to approve the agenda of the meeting as submitted with the following additions under new business after Resolution 110325K, Resolution 110325L, establishing health insurance coverage options for retired city employees, Resolution 110325M, establishing current retiree health insurance premium contributions for calendar year 2026.
I move to approve the agenda of the meeting as amended.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now, we will consider a consent agenda. All matters listed within the consent agenda have been distributed to each member of the council for review, are considered to be routine, and will be enacted by one motion to the city council with no separate discussion. If separate discussion is desired on an item, that item may be removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda by request of a member of the city council. I call for a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, this part of the meeting, anyone in attendance tonight wishes to address the council may do so for 3 minutes. If there is a public hearing on the agenda for the topic you're concerned with, please wait until that public hearing opens to address the council. If they choose, staff, mayor, and council will respond to your comments during the appointed times later in the meeting. Repetitive, disruptive, and disparaging comments will not be tolerated. If you're found out of order, your privileges can and will be revoked. Does anyone wish to address the council at this time? Seeing none, we'll move on to staff reports. Does any of the staff have a report you'd like to give tonight? All right, we have no old business. We will now review and consider Resolution 110325F. I introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325F, providing for the renewal of the annual contract with Enterprise Chamber of Commerce in the sum of $105,000 for general funding, tourism assistance, and hospitality functions to be paid in quarterly payments.
I move to adopt Resolution 110325F.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325G, providing for the renewal of the annual contract with Wiregrass Economic Development Corporation in the sum of $120,000 to be paid in quarterly payments of $30,000.
Move to adopt Resolution 110325G.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just to mention, Mr. President, this is a budget item, just for the
Yes.
record, that this is a budget item as well as the previous.
Yes. All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325H, designating the following abandoned and/or vacated residential properties as blighted, and authorizing the expenditure of 2024 CDBG funds to demolish and clear the properties. The owners of the properties have voluntarily executed a right of entry permit and temporary demolition and clearance easement on each respective property. 102 East Adams Street, 204 Pierce Street, 403 Doster Street, 406 North Watson Street, 519 West Hildreth Avenue, 205 Gilmore Street, 114 North Carroll Street, 525 Damascus Road, 405 Mill Avenue, 408 Grimes Street, 708 West College Street, and 206 Boykin Street.
I move to adopt Resolution 110325H.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325I, authorizing the mayor to waive late fees for sewer and sanitation services incurred by any customer impacted by the federal government shutdown upon reasonable proof of federal employment or military service. The waiver will remain in effect until 30 calendar days after the official conclusion of the federal government shutdown as declared by the federal government.
Move to adopt Resolution 110325I.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, I just will like to mention that while we feel that mayor has the authority to do this already, just out of an abundance of caution, we are authorizing from the council side. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325J, providing for the authorization of an application to the Alabama Department of Transportation for funding assistance from the Alabama Department of Transportation and Improvement Program, Phase 2, and any other funding sources available. The funding will be for the purpose of improving existing traffic signals along Alabama Highway 88, Main Street. Resolution 110325J further authorizes Poly Incorporated to make the filing of said applications on behalf of the city, including all understandings and assurances contained therein, and further directs and authorizes the mayor to provide additional information to ALDOT as may be required.
I move to adopt Resolution 110325J.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduced for consideration of Resolution 110325K, establishing a health insurance waiver option with an associated monthly stipend of $300 to current city employees who elect to waive participation in the city's group health insurance plan.
Move to adopt Resolution 11-325K.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Was there any discussion? I'm sorry. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325L, establishing health insurance coverage options for retired city employees. Do I have a motion?
We move to adopt Resolution 110325L.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Introduce and call for consideration of Resolution 110325M, establishing current retiree health insurance premium contributions for calendar year 2026.
I move to adopt Resolution 110325M.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just for the record, both of these resolutions we discussed in detail in our work session, just so that that can be noted, Mr. President.
Yes. And that was broadcast on YouTube, I believe. Okay, request, introduce and call for consideration of a request from City Engineer Public Works Director Barry Mott. Did we not vote?
We didn't vote,
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
President.
Thank you. We've done a lot of these tonight, and I just got out of order here.
100.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right. Introduce and call for consideration of a request from City Engineer Public Works Director Barry Mott on behalf of EAA Chapter 351 to hold the Young Eagle Flight Rally at the Enterprise Municipal Airport on Saturday, November 15th, 2025, with a rain date of Saturday, November 22nd, 2025, contingent upon the submittal of the required insurance certificate before the event and review by the city attorney.
I move to approve the request as submitted, contingent upon the submitted of the required insurance certificate before the event and review by the city attorney.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We'll now recess our regular session and convene into the E911 board meeting. Let the record show that all members of the E911 board are in attendance. Call for a motion to approve the October 7, 2025 E911 board meeting minutes as written.
I move to approve the October 7, 2025 E911 Board meeting minutes as written.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Seeing there's no old business, we'll move on to new business. Accounts payable A2. Call for a motion to approve accounts payable A2 for September 2025 in the amount of $236.83.
Move to approve accounts payable A2 for September 2025 in the amount of $236.83.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Call for a motion to approve accounts payable A for October 2025 in the amount of $39.26.
I move to approve the accounts payable A for October 2025 in the amount of $39.26.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. E911 board meeting is adjourned. right, we will now reconvene into our regular session. Mayor, do you have a report for us?
Thank you, Mr. President. We've had a long day. And so thank everybody for coming.
I just certainly thank everyone for coming, and I'm glad to have my husband here tonight with me and my family. My mother had to leave, but I'm just grateful to them for their support of me and everything I try to do for our city and our community. They're right there beside me, so I appreciate that. And Mayor, I certainly congratulate you on another term. We're looking forward to continuing to serve with you, as well as my colleagues here on the dais with me. We want to thank our staff for the amazing job that you do. Tonight, I want to thank Ms. Allison Love and her staff and Mr. Tullis for returning back some questions that we had and allowed us the opportunity to ask questions and make things very simple for us as far as our retirees. You know, when we came here 2 weeks ago, we spoke a lot about, you know, I guess, some disappointment from some of the retirees. You don't hear some of the other side of that when these issues come about. There's one group that's angry, it's another group that says something that you might not hear about because we get all our information. Well, we don't, but a lot of people get their information from social media, and that's where they go on. So there's always a full picture to paint. And so I thank you all for giving us that to be able to make the decision that we made tonight, because we want to continue to take care of our employees and strengthen our retirement benefits. And so, Judge Sherlin, thank you for another swear-in. You know, this is a special night for us. You know, we had a real rough weekend this weekend, being Auburn fans, but we made it. And so we're excited for the next 4 years, and God bless everybody.
Mr. President, I do have something I need to say.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm truly honored to be sworn in tonight to have been reelected your mayor. I'm proud to serve alongside this fine group of the stage, and I want to continue working for the citizens of Enterprise. I'm pleased to share that the city has updated its retired health benefits to better honor long-serving employees. Those with 25 or more years of service will now receive enhanced coverage, and current retirees are being aligned with the city's long-standing policy. These updates reflect our gratitude for those who have dedicated their career to building Enterprise while maintaining responsible stewardship of the tax dollars. Looking ahead, we have some exciting events this week. On Thursday, we will host the Veterans Appreciation Community Luncheon in partnership with the Chamber of Commerce. We look forward to honoring the men and women who have served our country. We may not know them all personally, but we owe them all our respect and gratitude. Please also remember that the city will be closed on the 11th of November in observance of Veterans Day. This weekend, our Parks and Recreation team is proud to host a state volleyball tournament. More than 50 teams will be coming to Enterprise to play at our new recreation center. We expect many visitors to our city, and I encourage everyone to welcome them with open arms and show true Enterprise hospitality. Thank you, and may we continue to work together to make Enterprise a thriving and welcome city for everyone.
Mr. Mack?
Thank you all for being in attendance. I want to congratulate the mayor, the other council members, and then all those other staff who were sworn in today, and appreciate your willingness to serve. This is my first meeting, so hope I didn't do too bad. But thank you to all my family and all those who supported me along the way to get me here. It's an honor to sit in this seat. I look forward to working with the mayor's office and my colleagues here on the council, as well as all the staff members for the City of Enterprise, and do great things for the citizens as we move forward.
Mr. Johnson?
I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. Thank you for those who are watching us online. Thank you to Rhonda and Warren, two of our staunch folks that come out every meeting. Looking forward for the next 4 years to have you all here. Thank you to our two new folks. Looking forward to working with you. It's going to be a pleasure. Thank you for the council. Greg, for your leadership, and Sonia. Mayor, congratulations. Looking forward to another 4 years with you. And I can't say enough about our staff. This is just a portion of them here. There's a lot of folks in the City Hall, the rec center, the police department, the fire department, just so many to name. But I told someone earlier, I'd take this staff, all these folks, and put them up against anyone in the state. And as Greg said earlier, the nation, we've got some great folks, and they pour their heart and soul into this city each and every day out there. And I say, God bless you all. Judge, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, time. And please come out, to a council meeting, the work session. I tell everybody, the rubber meets the road at our work session. That's where you hear a lot of things. So if you get off social media, come to the work session, you'll hear it straight from our wonderful department heads. And Eugene, it was interesting seeing you on that side of the table out there. God bless you and Charlene, and thank you to everyone tonight. God bless. And I should say, my family's already gone. They're eating right now, but I couldn't be up here without my wife, Dawn. She goes with me a lot of times around the city in the car, and she'll point out, there's some tires, there's a car without a tag, there's this, look at this house. So she keeps me in tow, but thank you very much, and it's a pleasure, and I'm blessed to be here at this seat. Thank you.
Mr. Walls?
So congratulations to Mayor Cooper and to the other council members that ran and chose to serve our city. I want to say thank you to the chiefs, thank you to the department heads and all the staff for your commitment to our city of Enterprise. So thank you all for everything that you guys do for us. For me, it's an honor to serve Enterprise. From an EHS grad, senior 96, working at the drive-thru in a local Burger King right next to Sherling Ford there, to now a servant of the city that's given me so much, and I'm thankful for that. Thank you to Enterprise for giving me this opportunity to serve you and to progress with you, and a special thank you to my wife, Lisa, who has been with me through this journey and pushed me and encouraged me, and I'm thankful for her. So I'm looking forward to 4 years of serving my city. Thank you, guys.
Thank all you for coming tonight. Also like to thank all of our department heads and all of you that work so tirelessly to make this city what it is. Thank you, Judge Sherling, for coming tonight and administering the oath of office to all of us. Thank you to my colleagues for believing in me for a term of city council president. I hope I do right by all of you. And I want to just take just a moment here to talk about the retiree health insurance that we just passed. We talked about in the last two work sessions. And just for our people that may be watching online that didn't see any of that, we're not just maintaining benefits, but we're making them better. And we passed 3 resolutions tonight that represent a strategic investment in our workforce that we hope will enhance retention and strengthen our financial position as well, while honoring the service of our retired employees. We created a tiered benefit structure that rewards longevity with the city. So 25 plus years of service, the city covers 75% of retiree health insurance, up from the historical 50%. And 30 years of service, the city covers 100% of retiree health insurance, full coverage for life before Medicare. And this is a meaningful improvement that directly incentivizes employees to build their careers with Enterprise. And so we're always competing for talent against our cities around us, and this shows another way we can show that we value loyalty to the city of Enterprise. We can take a quick look at how this actually impacts. I'm not going to name names, but we have 2 of our longest serving employees, one currently paying $162 a month for coverage under the new policy, with 30 years of service will now pay $0 a month. A complete elimination of insurance costs because of 30 years employment. Another currently paying $636.50 a month. Under the new policy, pays only $1,164 a month, but gains full family coverage at that rate, which is quite a discount over what the old policy would have charged. Far below market rates, keeps dependents covered without bearing the full burden themselves. So I feel like these are great, meaningful quality of life enhancements for our public servants that have given their time and devotion to the city. And for our current 62 retirees, we're implementing gradual, sustainable adjustments. Medical eligible retirees, which is 42 of the 62, modest increases of $61.50 to $129 a month. Many of these have enjoyed subsidized rates for years, and this adjustment brings them towards sustainable market rates while providing assistance. Younger retirees, which is approximately 20, for the first year, we are capping the increase to $129 a month for non-Medicare coverage. And after this 12-month period, it will go to market rates based off of the policy and their years of service. So that gives a 12-month period for them to be able to find insurance if they don't like the rates that may be looking forward at 2027. And so I think that that does what we as a council said last council meeting that we wanted to do. We want to give time to take a look at it, also give our retirees time to decide if the new policy was going to be a fit for them or not without having to make quick adjustments. And so this council is continuing to honor our commitment to those already retired while yet positioning the city for long-term financial health. The way we were going, not enforcing the policy was costing the city quite a bit of money outside of policy, and we had to either change the policy or enforce the policy. And so we've sort of done both. We're enforcing the policy and changing it, trying to make it better. And then but what we're not doing, we're not eliminating retirement health insurance. We're not abandoning the commitment to those that have served the city, but we want to create incentives for future employees to stay with us longer. We want to have a sustainable policy for long-term fiscal health. And by doing this 12-month period that they have, we're providing transparency and advance notice to current retirees so that they can make the best decisions for them and their family. And the old policy didn't give us a way to reward longevity of service with the city, and this new policy allows that. And so we always know that cities are competing for talent, and we would like to keep those that are doing a good job for our city around 25, 30 years and not have them move on to greener grass when we can offer them incentives to stay here. And so I feel like that through the last 5 years of council and now hopefully this council, we will continue to do things to improve what we do for our current employees and our retirees as we move forward to the best that we possibly can while still being fiscally responsible. So, if you have any questions about what we've done tonight, I'm sure any of us on this council, the HR director, CFO, all of us be happy to answer that. I think that we've struck a very good balance here for what's good for the city and what's good for the retirees. Thank you all for coming tonight. And as Mayor said earlier, it's been a very long day. So have a good night. This meeting is adjourned till 5 p.m. Tuesday, November 18th.
We made it. We gotta go sign all that dirt. We gotta.
Don't leave till you sign everything.
Sir, would you like me to take all of this?
Yes, please. All right, son.
I know, ain't you proud? I know you don't know what to do. I gotta go inside. I gotta go see a whole bunch of the orders. We're gonna get some in your work. But I gotta go inside. That's my law. For every resolution that you pass. You know that. You gotta take. You gotta take. Just put this stuff in your trunk. Bye. Listen, Jail told me, Jail said something. But my problem is, it's gonna be hard to get people to wanna come play when they don't have a coach and they don't, they don't know. That's what draws people to want to go to schools, the coach. It's as a big part of it. Yeah. That's what I would have preferred and just got rid of them at the end.